Hi folks, today we're going to take a look at Siberian Tiger, where he interferes on another traffic stop by trying to give legal advice he's not qualified to give. But before we start today's video, as always, a big thank you to all of my current and new channel members and subscribers. Without your guys' continuous ongoing support, I couldn't get this channel going, so I want to thank you all personally from the bottom of my heart. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the page, leave a like and a comment because it really helps me with the algorithm. And if you can, please consider becoming a member. With all that being said, let's enjoy today's video.
Get ready, everybody. He's about to do something stupid.
Hey, Sergeant, you don't need to purposely blind me with your light.
What's that?
You don't need to purposely blind me with your light.
I'm conducting a traffic stop.
Turn it off.
And who gives you the authority to tell the cops what to do? Because from what I understand, you're just a frauditor with a cell phone trying to boss the cops around thinking this is a direct democracy. When in reality, this is a representative democracy. You're trying to interfere in a traffic stop that you have no business in. Why? Because of your own past and your own stupid decisions that you have made. Yes, you could claim to be a lion or a tiger roaring, but reality sets in, you're nothing more than a kitten trying to purr.
Excuse me. I ran.
You guys all right? Why'd you stop you? You can talk to me. She can't stop you from talking. That's all right. It's not just gonna go on YouTube. It's gonna go for your evidence.
Shenanigans.
Na 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 na
Shenanigans.
na 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 na.
And we're calling shenanigans, folks. Because how would anyone, let alone an attorney, be able to find this video? She doesn't know who you are. She doesn't know what your channel's called. And you're saying you're not only going to put this on YouTube, but you're getting it for her evidence? You don't know if she's been charged with a crime or just merely being detained. But let's go down the road of, yes, this is evidence. Well, where would the evidence be sourced from? Would it be sourced from you and the original video, or would it be sourced from YouTube? Because the prosecution could make the argument that the video will be manipulated. By a visual or audio manipulation, it would be dismissed because it wouldn't be uncorroborated evidence. Now, I could imagine her attorney, if this was evidence, trying to get it, but you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't give it up to help her. Not unless you got paid in some way, because, well, let's face it, that's what your whole end game is.
I would not answer their questions. If they ask you about a question,
Hey, sir, you're
Just,
interfering with my contact right now. If you can just stand over
how?
there, you can record
how?
by communicating with
How am
her.
I
You're
interfering?
with
If I
my
answer your
contact.
questions, will you not this on YouTube?
Plead the fifth. Just say, I plead the fifth, and I decline to answer your questions. That is your right. You also have the right to talk to me. They can't tell you don't talk to me. That would be a violation of your rights. And don't allow them to search your vehicle too. Ma'am, just state, I do not consent to any searches and seizures stated on record. They have body cams. Do not consent to any searches or seizures. They better get a warrant if they want to search your car without probable cause. They have to establish probable cause to search your car. If they don't have a warrant, you tell them I do not consent to any searches or seizures. So they won't violate your rights. And then if they do search it without a warrant, use that in court so that all the evidence would be not admitted.
And pray tell, where did you get your law degree from? YouTube University or We the People University? Or are you just pulling stuff out of your own ass? Because you're sounding just like Chili's Trifold. As we saw before, Chili's Trifold doesn't work. The only thing of any sound advice on there is to tell the cops that you plead the fifth or to ask for an attorney. Yes, she does have a Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination. But if this is not her vehicle, and let's say it's the gentleman who we saw in the beginning of the vehicle, she cannot deny consent of a search of the vehicle, only the property that belongs to her, if there's no incriminating evidence that would allow them, through the plain view doctrine or probable cause, to search her belongings. Now, his advice he's giving her cannot help her and serves no purpose other than to infuriate and interrupt the cops from doing their job.
And I'm not a lawyer, don't worry about it. I'm just giving you a simple guidance.
For searching your stuff, yeah.
Don't give them any consent. If they ask you if they can look inside the car or search, you say, nope, I do not give you consent.
Yes, sir.
Why did they stop you? What's the traffic stop?
I guess if I do something.
Don't admit to anything. Just say what they said.
They just said something about Target stealing from Target or something. But
Were-
I can still say.
Were you a driver?
Huh?
Were you a passenger? Passenger? Especially when you're a passenger, you don't have to ID because you're just a passenger. You don't have to tell them anything, until they suspect you of a crime.
Well, it's a good thing the Siberian Kitten here is not a lawyer, because he couldn't help her in the first place. She said that they suspect her or her friend, who was the gentleman we saw in the beginning of the video, of being suspects of committing shoplifting from a Target, meaning the Target security team and their surveillance equipment either picked them up or saw them with some possible unpaid merchandise and getting into this vehicle, meaning they called the cops, and the cops put out a bolo on this vehicle, and if it fits the description, and if there's any evidence that would suspect of them committing the crime of shoplifting, they would have probable cause to search.
You have a lot of rights when you're just a passenger. A lot of rights. And these guys, they will violate your rights the moment they can. You see how she already threatened me with the crime when I have not committed a single crime? Obstruction, using my voice. They know better than that. They know better than that.
Actually, I filed something against Target. Like, I didn't file something against Target, really.
You all right, buddy? Okay. Ma'am, don't talk to them about anything.
I did for stuff.
Ma'am, you have the right to keep quiet. Don't talk to them, period.
The only reason why I ran is because I got scared because he just came out and said ran. Actually, he still just had a vehicle. Oh yeah, I know. He just wants to. Okay. It's just a thing on the.
Let me suggest that you don't speak to them at all. Please, don't self-incriminate yourself. They will catch you in anything. Don't answer anything. Don't tell them anything about yourself, your life, nothing. Just quiet. stand there and let them do their thing.
Come here. Shut your stupid ass up.
And they will let you go. They will catch you. Remember, they're going to use it all in court against you.
That's what I heard.
So wait, so if I didn't pay for everything, then that means the transaction is, because I know I scanned everything. So that
So
means
a lot of people.
Yeah, you just said, oh, the thing on the bottom.
yeah.
The vacuum.
Stop talking, because it looks like they want to arrest you. Stop talking. Seriously. Seriously, if you don't want to get yourself in deeper trouble, just stop.
They already said they don't want the charge. So it's like, when you get the false name or having a question about your name, that's right.
Like where the Abigail really. I have a picture on my.
Only if they pronounce you to be under arrest, you have to identify yourself.
Okay.
Said you have, I just need to charge your
I can adjust them.
Okay, yeah.
Which one's tight? Both of them? Or
Yeah, this one.
which one? You set this one up. This one? It's probably your watch. Is that better? Yeah, you are still detained, being that you did commit a crime, so we can finish our.
I didn't.
Well, you stole.
Well, I didn't, because didn't stealing knowingly.
Quiet.
To steal it doesn't mean you have to know you're doing it.
Go
Or-
upstairs.
or-
So they have evidence proving that she stole merchandise from a Target. Okay, she's lawfully detained. And Siberian douche canoe over there, what are you going to do to help her? You can't help her. She made a poor choice. She's facing the consequences of her poor choice.
Going in there and did-
Again, you're probably innocent.
Listen, ma'am, I'm just for your own good. Don't say anything at all. Unless they have evidence to prove your crime, they can't prove crap. You keep talking, you're gonna admit to something inadvertently and self-incriminate. You understand? They have to prove that you have actually committed whatever they're accusing you of, allegedly.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
And did you not hear what the officer said? They have surveillance footage from the Target that they didn't pay for some of the items that was in their cart. Now, it could be a misunderstanding, but they have proof that they didn't pay for it, so they're going to charge her with the crime of shoplifting. It just seems like that this idiot frauditor just likes to hear himself talk and think that he knows more about the law when he actually doesn't.
Don't talk to them. I'm here to actually assist you.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Yeah. And we're also
I
not.
didn't steal anything.
Yeah, we're not interrogating you or anything. We're just standing here. He's not wrong.
And if they actually end up taking you and booking you, do not answer. You ask for a lawyer. You have a right to be represented by an attorney.
Again, he's gonna keep saying the same thing over and over. He's not wrong, right? You have every right to not talk to us. He's not wrong. Huh? Cold? Do you have a code or anything you put on it?
Just have her sit in her car.
No.
Or don't put it in your car. Keep her warm.
Not how detention works, and we're honestly trying to release.
Well, if she's detained, you can put her in your car. She's asking you.
under
She's
arrest.
cold, clearly. Detained is almost the same thing as being under arrest. She can't go anywhere, right?
Almost the same thing. Yep.
That's right. So put her in your vehicle. You can detain her in the cruiser so she can stay warm. Remember how you detained my wife for 2.5 hours? In the cruiser? In handcuffs?
She was under arrest.
Oh,
Ah, yes, the reason why this idiot became a frauditor. If you're unfamiliar, him and his wife had one of their vehicles repossessed. And instead of doing the mature, grown-up thing and getting it back legally, his wife has the brilliant idea of jumping inside of their vehicle and locking the doors, while he grabs a pole and threatens the two tow truck operators and refusing to let them leave, while his son records the whole thing for prosperity. And so at that point, SWAT team is called out to deal with them because it is a hostage situation, and well, him and his children do everything they can to make themselves more of a threat to officers, and well, their own stupidity takes over.
Huh? She's still on handcuffs. Huh? She's still on handcuffs. You want to go inside?
I got police car.
Ma'am, seriously.
Oh.
Just remember, they want you to be relaxed. They want to strike a conversation with you. So you inadvertently admit to something wrong or committing a crime. So just stand there by your car. Okay? I understand it's not comfortable. I know how to be in handcuffs. I've been there. So I'm telling you, just don't talk to these guys. They're not your friends. They pretend like they're cool, they're nice. They're not your friends. They're going to get you on any little thing. That's how they get paid.
What a crock of shit. Have you ever heard more bullshit or drivel coming from somebody who's not even the president?
They're not here to assist you. So just stand there and don't talk to them. And what I'm doing is actually gathering record for you. So if you see your video on the YouTube, on my channel, download it and use it in court as evidence.
Block my face out.
Huh?
Block my face out. What's it?
There's too much noise from that side.
You like block my face out if you're gonna post it.
Well,
He doesn't care.
oh, I do care. I do care.
Well, she's requesting that you block her face out.
But it will depend on how this goes. I may post it, I may not. Don't worry.
And here we have him in another lie. You're not going to blur her face out. You've never blurred out anybody's face who's requested it. What about the woman that you recorded having a mental health breakdown? You didn't blur her face. When she had two therapists, law enforcement, and EMTs trying to help her, you start picking a fight with the cops, trying to interfere, trying to touch her. Now, you could go and say that you know what you're talking about and that you would do this, but we know the truth. You don't care about the people in your videos. You only care about getting the content to make the cops look bad because that's your whole gimmick.
I think I should probably post your face because people actually are going to support you. People actually going to be cheering on for you. Because these...
With all due respect, what the fuck are you talking about?
These guys here, they're a piece of trash. They're corrupt as hell.
He's going to post it.
Yeah. They're corrupt as hell. And you know the reason I should post it is so that if you have a lawyer, he can actually locate it. Because I don't know who you are. I don't want you to say your name. I can find it. But I would rather have your lawyer contact me and get a good one too.
Hoping that we want you.
Just look at their faces. Look at how they're smirking. Do you know why they can't touch me anymore? Because they screwed up on my case. You see how they're smirking? See, they know that they've really, really screwed up. And now watch. You see? Now watch. I'm standing with these pigs. I'm pointing my finger in their face, and guess what? they can't do jack. You know why? Because this is a free country. Because I stood my ground and
This is such a crock of shit.
I told them to go to hell and to kiss my ass. And now, watch it, watch every single face, even the sergeant over there. Even that was the lead guy who broke, that was the lead guy when they busted through my house. And pepperballed my kids, pepperballed my wife, arrested me, falsely charged me, arrested my wife, and pepperballed my kids. That's what I'm telling you, do not trust these bastards.
Yeah, that all sounds bad if it was the truth. But it's not. It's a lie. I can prove it's a lie. Your own video can prove it was a lie. They didn't break into your door. You refused to come outside when you were ordered to get out of the house. You ran back inside. Your kids weren't pepperballed. They fired pepperball at the door. Your wife wasn't falsely arrested and pepperballed. They actually brought her out of the car by breaking the window and unlocking the door and dragging her out. Yeah, you can lie all you want, but we'll expose you here and every other channel that calls out frauditors.
You see, I'm not just here, I'm protecting my fellow Americans.
Hey, Alex, can you just hand me that red Target disposable bag? Yep.
So, is this your car?
You don't have to answer his questions.
Well, you can talk to me however you want. Don't even listen to this guy. You can talk to me. Just don't say anything that might put you in the spot of not being comfortable with having that message relayed to them. There you go. You see? That's because I'm making them give you comfort.
No, it's because you're making her uncomfortable. No, it's because she doesn't want to be on YouTube.
No, you don't want to be on YouTube. She's perfectly content with that because now she clearly understands what I'm doing for her and what you're doing to her.
No. You're not doing anything to help her. She said she didn't want to be in your video unless you blurred out her face. And you said, okay, I'll do it. No, wait, I'm not going to do it because that way your lawyer can find it. How can her lawyer find a video if they don't know who you are? You're not going to tell her your channel name. You're not going to tell her your real name. You're there to use her to get clicks and views and to make the cops look bad. That's your whole MO. That's your whole motive. You're not a journalist gathering content for a story. You're not fighting for the rights of your fellow Americans. You are a fucking parasite trying to mooch off people, trying to make people at their lowest points help you make content for their shitty channel.
Yeah, you're all famous too. You'll be soon every single one of you soon will be very famous. Oh, sure.
Do I get royalties from that or just famous?
You? Nah.
Oh.
It's all going to my pocket now. Thanks to you.
To me?
Well, you, everybody. When I say you, I'm including you and everybody else. This entire county. Yeah, just the tyrants. Just the tyrants. Traitors. Traitors to the United States Constitution. Traitors.
Oh, blow it out your ass.
Can you please get out of the roadway?
I'm not blocking anybody.
You're still on the roadway.
Well, can you get out of the roadway?
Well, we're investigating something.
Well, so am I. I'm gathering news content.
No, you're lying. You're lying. What makes you lie?
Sir, if you don't want to answer any questions, tell them I plead the fifth.
Leonid, I'm letting you know
Sergeant,
now.
shut up. There's
I'm trying
nothing.
to have a conversation.
Shut up, Sergeant.
If you
My freedom of
interfere with
speech.
my conversation, you're interfering with a
How?
police officer.
Freedom
You
of
will be
speech is
arrested.
not interference, dumbass. Why don't you prove the first interference, okay? The first obstruction, then we can talk about the second one. Because you haven't even proved the first one yet. Tell him I invoked my Fifth Amendment right. I refuse to answer questions. That is your right, sir.
You have a constitutional right to be a dumbass.
Why don't you jump up on the stand?
You have a
That is your right. Don't self-incriminate yourself, sir. Don't self-incriminate yourself.
And we're ending the video here. The gentleman was arrested for shoplifting, and his female companion was set free. However, there is a segment later on in the video, right before he goes out to follow the cop cars in the middle of the road, that he creepily follows her and tries to explain his reasons on filming her and why he's not going to blur her face. This video just proves that a frauditor can't even tell the truth when it comes to their own crimes. So if you guys like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a thumbs up and a comment because it helps me with the algorithm. And if you can, please consider becoming a member. With all that being said, and a special thank you to all members of the news team. Without your guys' continuous ongoing support, I couldn't keep the channel going. So I want to thank you all personally from the bottom of my heart.